first against second on Friday, Leo. Resumption the URC obviously after a couple of great weeks for Irish rugby. So is that going to transmit into the game on Friday, the whole feel-good thing?
Well, it's definitely a lot of excitement about rugby at the moment, which is great. It's great to be part of that in some small shape. And yeah, no, that obviously it's a huge run of games now. That for some teams it can end very, very quickly. So yeah, you need to be on it. So the game against Stormers is a great game for us. Really focused in mind. You see the quality players that they have. A lot of Springbok players. And yeah, no, it's great for a really good challenge for us in lots of different facets of the game. So when people think of a South African team, it's there's the set piece battle that will be key. The defensive pictures that they present very, very aggressively, and how we're able to play around that. So we're like the group that we have worked really well during this Six Nations. You're talking about Six Nations, but we've had a group that's working well. We haven't made that many changes, if you see, to the team over the last couple of games that we've played. So we have that bit of continuity, cohesion. So we're really excited to see our group play now, which against, as I said, a very strong Stormers team that are stacked with Springboks as well. So yeah, it's been good. We've got a few of the guys back as well. So for some of the challenges that are coming down the line.
How important is it to kind of stay in top position and keep that momentum going?
Sorry, say that.
How important is it to keep on the top position?
Yeah, like it makes a big difference in terms of having a bit of stability. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it does help having stability. So if you finish top of whatever competition that we're in, the two competitions, at least gives you certainty. If you win the next game, that's where you're going to be playing the following game. So you still got to go and win the game first. So yeah, for us, yeah, it'd be great. Like if you win the game this weekend, it means we're guaranteed top spot, which is be fantastic to do. And it gives you that level of certainty, because there's so many different variables that you encounter when you're travelling nowadays, and particularly with the South African teams involved in what was a European Cup competition. It's Champions Cup now, but in the URC as well. So yeah, there's if you see some of the dynamics of the teams, certain teams, and the different travels that they have to do over the next number of weeks, it's just another thing that you have to think about. So for us, yeah, that we've worked hard all season trying to keep things in our own control. So yeah, no, we're, as I said, like it's such a great test for us now. So hopefully we get a big crowd. We've had amazing support. Even our last game against Edinburgh, like you see, there's blue flags everywhere in the ground, which was a very pleasant surprise to see. And now, so being back here at the RDS, and hopefully there'll be a good atmosphere Friday night game. We seem to be over the worst of the weather, so hopefully it's getting a bit better moving forward. But yeah, no, a really good challenge for our guys.
Finally, for me, how important is it a week out from the European Champions Cup to be playing a team with a lot of physicality, like a South African team? Do you think that's a good game to be playing?
Well, absolutely, yeah. Like, some of these guys have won World Cups, so or won a World Cup, and this, in many ways, is no better like lead-in for us, and that's what we talked about, just the challenge for our players. And we had a decent training week last week, reasonably short week this week, but we've. As I said, the guys have worked hard over this period of games. It's it's a little bit in and out in terms of the lack of games, but they've been really good in terms of how they've applied themselves, and we're excited to see how they go. But Stormers are a well-coached team, and will make life very, very difficult for us in lots of different facets of the game. So, as you rightly point out, I think it's really good preparation for us with some of the challenges that hopefully will come afterwards.